Hey everyone, my name's Kimberly and welcome to my home, my mobile home life. And today's video, I just kind of want to take you around and show you, first of all, what all of my property kind of looks like. So I'm going to take you on a little drive with my four-wheeler and show you my entire property. I live in South Central Kentucky. This is my homeland. This is where I live. And just kind of show you, but anyway, I live, as you can see, yes, it does need a lot of work onto it. So yeah, before you hold judgment, yes, my home needs work. Things need work around here. But stuff I've been working on. First, I'd like to take you for a ride showing you my property, my homestead, where I live. You know, this is a 16 by 80 mobile home. I've done a lot of work to it. But yeah, let me take you a little ride around and just kind of show you the property first. I may stop a little bit here and there and just kind of explain some things. So first, let's ride around and look at the property. All right, everybody, now I'm getting my four-wheeler cranked. All right, now we're going to ride around the property. As you can see, we're at the front of the house. I'll go slow, that way you can see everything. First, I wanted to tell you real quick before we start any further, this was not down. See that big limb down there, right there? That was done from the ice storm, that small tree. We're going to take and tie the four-wheeler behind it and just take it off down in the woods I own, that is, to get it out of the way, because it's too much to really burn at one time, and I do not have a chainsaw. And we're getting ready here in a minute to pass another limb. But on the other side of that is also my property. I do have to maintain, for grass and mowing. So let's go a little further around the place. As you can see, there's another limb that fell down. As you can see, this was all due to the ice storm. This part in front of you too, yes, we are going to work on cleaning this up area right here. So that's got to get done soon too. Back of my home. All right, I do own the woods back here too. I'll see how far I can go, but we'll have to go through another area. But I do own all that back in there as well. So let's go a little further around. This is where Caleb's trampoline and stuff's at. And this is where we go back in here to just hang out. Y'all, I did not realize this tree limb is
This was an area I could go through.
All right, I want to stop here first. Back here is where we'd been working on, and as you can see, the area that don't have dirt, that's where we cleaned up recently in the backyard. Yes, I know my house ain't fancy. So, I mean, I hope people don't hold judgment to it. You know, I definitely don't live in no mobile home mansion, y'all guys. I'm doing reconstruction as much as I can. So, and, you know, doing as much work as I can, as money as we have to come available to do that. And as you can see, you know, I'm trying to keep my yard up, trying to maintain everything around here. But, you know, guys, this is my life. And, you know, I'm doing the best I can with financial means. But my home is 26 years old. As I was telling some people, my house got my central heat and air unit actually about 23 years ago got struck by lightning. You can see the old unit right there. And yes, I've heard people say insurance about paying for it, and it did. The only thing is, it wouldn't pay for a brand new unit, and that's what it needed. I mean, you can imagine, this house has been struck by lightning, I believe it's been 4 times. Been years ago since it's been struck by lightning, but it was, for a few years, it has been hit 4 times. And most of them was plug-ins was took out. But right here, the central heat and air unit was hit and burned it from the inside. Well, they needed to replace the whole thing, and they didn't. They only fixed the inside, what just necessarily repairs. And that's the only bad thing about mobile home insurance. It was out of Florida, the insurance company, and honestly, I don't remember the name at that time. I was owing payments still on my home. And this is the insurance company they had through the mobile home company where I had the payments being made. Excuse me. So anyway, at that time, they, again, didn't want to pay for a brand new unit, and that's what it needed. So several years had passed. I had a electrician have to come out here several times because it kept to where it would not work right. My central heat and air unit. And after that first initial repair with the insurance company, they would not pay for nothing else. Just that one repair, and that was it. So out of pocket, I had to pay several times for the electrician to come out here and try to fix it. And to the point, my central heat and air unit started shooting sparks on the inside. And me and Michael had just got married, had been married maybe a year, and we're like, cut it off. We are not endangering and causing a fire hazard here. So if anybody wonders what happened to my central heat and air unit, that's what happened. Yes, I turned it in on insurance. But the insurance, I will tell you, that was out of Florida, and again, I don't remember the name because it was through, I bought this house through Vanderbilt Mortgage. So it's whoever they had, and again, I don't remember the name right now. But yeah, that's what happened. And it's almost like you get the, more or less the crappy end of the deal. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but it's just true. So, yeah, that's one thing that happened here. So let's go a little further, and I want to explain some other things. I want to explain some things. One thing I replaced, a lot of people's like, won't you do this? Won't you do that to that home? You know, I haven't done, in 1 year, I have invested a lot of money actually in this house. And let me explain on my next stop. All right, y'all. Y'all are looking at this side of the house. Last year, part of the siding wasn't even on here. It was left off. Don't ask me questions. We won't even get into that. But Mike replaced the side now, the front. He left most of it off on this side. Okay. Why, what, I don't know. He's not here to answer that, and we won't get into that. All I know is that whole siding, where the siding is right now, I had to replace every board in that side of the home. Yes, it was mold, black mold. Right there at the corner to the right is my closet, which I replaced the flooring and all that, and of course the wall plus the floor, again, black mold. So you can imagine how much I had to hire a contractor to come out here and replace all of that. So you can imagine the cost I have already spent just that alone. But yes, this whole side has been totally, completely replaced. And actually that spout, you can see, I had a plumber to come out here just to make sure, water spout that is on the side of the house. I had them to add that just for extra safety around here for fire hazard reasons. You never know when you might need a hose hooked up. And a lot of times if you just have one water spigot, for safety purposes, you can't reach around a mobile home. So for safety purposes, I did have a plumber to come in and add that water spigot. So let's move over. I want to show y'all what Matt's done the other day. have got already all of this cleaned out. So, big accomplishment. Yes, I do have to have all that other there you see over there, all that hauled away, but all of this has been completely cleaned out, just about. Matt's going to come back tomorrow and finish it up for me. But yeah, this is connected to my driveway, as you can see. And so just to say, from a snake pit, yeah, Matt's been helping me clean it out. So let's go around a little further. Now we're here to this side of the house, which, again, I have done a lot over here. And, you know, I'm doing the best I can being a single mom. Yes, I have a Camaro. Yes, I'll sell it when I'm ready. You know, it's like this. About 1 week before my husband died, and I'm only going to say this once because really it's nobody's business, I bought the car and paid for it myself. Paid cash for it and gave a good amount of money for it when I did buy it. But what I will say, the reason why the car's been parked, first of all, I had a Camaro and a Jeep when my husband died. 1 week before he passed away, Michael, 1 week before he passed away, the Camaro's brakes went out. So if you know anything about the brake system, you know the rotors could get messed up easy. So we parked it and just drove the Jeep. And again, that was 1 week before he died. Michael died on Christmas Eve of 2024. So being a widow, the first thing is not about fixing a car. It's about get security for your child and yourself and surviving the winter. You know, a lot of prayers needed to be done here. I was more worried about the home than I was about that car. So anyway, at the moment I had the Jeep, well, the Jeep started having some minor things wrong with it. It needed a little stuff here and there. The roll bar was getting messed up. Possible axle problems. So I decided to sell my Jeep. So I did that first thing because, again, the Camaro still needed brakes put on it. At that time, I couldn't find nobody to put brakes on it. It's hard to find people that want to work on a Camaro. Well, I have found somebody that will work on it. But I will say the only thing about what happened on this car, the air conditioner had went out on me. Now, yes, it can be fixed, but those are expensive. When you say the word Camaro, it means expensive to have parts fixed on it. So at the time, with my breathing issue, and for my child, I needed a car with air conditioning. So my top priority was getting a car, so I bought my other car after I sold my Jeep. So, you know, I shouldn't feel I have to explain what kind of vehicles I own and what kind of I don't, because I don't ask nobody for nothing. You know, I get on here and make videos and show my home and my homestead and the repairs I do around here. Of course, sometimes I do feel a little overdrained and overwhelmed. It's a lot for a single woman. But anyway, I just wanted to explain that. You know, I don't hold judgment to other people's lives, and I hope people don't hold judgment to my life for no reason. just because of the car I own or telling me what I should or should not do. Because really, that ain't right to tell other people what to do. But anyway, let me show you some more of my property. I was in low gear, y'all. I need to be in high. All right, everybody. This is the view from the front of my house. That's what a lot of people like to see. So, but yeah, it's a part of where I live. And so anyway, I like where I live at. I like the location. But yeah, there is a lot of work to be done, especially for somebody that's got a lung infection and sick. There is a lot of work to be done around here. It does feel overwhelming at times. Sorry for my last rant a little bit on that. But, I mean, sometimes you feel overwhelmed a little bit, and that's okay. It's okay to feel too much on you at one time. After you lose a spouse, everything's on you. I don't have my parents anymore. I don't have nobody. It's all on me to do everything, and that's fine. I don't care to have a responsibility, and I don't care to take responsibility. But just sometimes when you're sick, it does get overwhelmed, especially when you're fixing a home back up or trying to figure out what you're doing about, I don't know, maybe God may bless me with a brand new double wide set right here. That's what, if you want to know what my dreams are, that's what I would dream to prefer to do. I'm happy with where I'm at. As far as, am I happy? I love it here. My grandpa bought this property in around 1948. So my family's been here since then. So, would I prefer to be here? I was raised here. But my health, I mean, sometimes some things does make me wonder. Some things makes me wonder, would a brand new double, I'd be better off. But of course, again, I've got some issues concerning the land. As long as I stay here and fix up this home, there's no land issues. Yes, I do own my home, but I have another sibling that owns it too. Even though the land's supposed to be divided, I hope it gets done one day. I mean, that's all I can say. But anyway, thank y'all for letting me take you on a tour for this old mobile home life. Living. I just kind of wanted to show y'all what everything looks like. Here, I'm going to put up the four-wheeler, so y'all can ride it with me till I put up the four-wheeler, but anyway, here, let's go put it up first. Silly me's got a low gear again. All right, everybody. Here. All right, everybody. It's me sitting on the folder now. You know, I just wanted to let y'all know what my property looks like. What I do around here. What's going on around here. You know, I know there's a lot of things that still needs to be repaired. And I'm doing the best I can. You know, anybody can say, you need a new roof. Or you need to do this, you need to do that. Don't mean all the money's going to be there. And yeah, because I went to Florida, I had a cheap vacation. I priced a vacation at a KOA for $60 a night. You know, me and my son's allowed to have fun, even though we do have to do work around here too. So anyway, sorry about that. My thing fell. But even though, I mean, we do have to do, even though we did go on vacation again, you know, I know we do have to do stuff around here, but we deserve a break. Actually, that was great to go do that because one thing, it helped my lungs. But anyway, thanks everybody for joining me in today's mobile home vlog, living, drive around. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye, everybody.